What's going on? AD the Kingmaker in this piece. We're gonna go over Angela Simmons information on her breakup with Yo Gotti. I'm gonna translate this from these into some shit that regular everyday people can understand. So let's jump in. But before we jump in, remember to like, comment, subscribe, share this with somebody who is really opinionated and wants to leave a comment. Let's do it.
Other relationship,
Yeah,
very public relationship. That people, it was weird because you guys shared a lot, but you didn't share a lot. Like we saw photos and we saw it happen, and people were invested because he kind of manifested it in a way.
Yeah, I think when it comes to me in relationships, there's a lot of times people don't even see who I date, right? And with that one, it just felt special enough to share. You know what I mean? I think we both on the same page, and then it's like, I don't believe you have to give it all to show.
Translation: I'm usually secret about who I date, but this nigga was so good that I didn't mind being seen in public with him. In actuality, I enjoyed being seen in public with him because this was a man I was proud to be seen next to. What this tells me is she really, really, really liked that man. Yes, she did.
The tree together, but it just felt right.
You're having fun too. It seemed like you having fun with it.
For sure. I think it felt right, and like the right. It didn't like we both have our own thing going on. It's like cool. Like both these worlds came together. It's cool. Like you share it.
And you've been quiet lately. Are you guys together still or no?
No, I'm not with him.
No.
Yeah, not by choice, but I respect him.
Notice she says not by choice. Let's keep going.
Oh, love, like
it's not your choice.
I wouldn't have chose it, but it was what was best. But I wouldn't have chose it. No.
What are you saying to me right now, Angela Simmons?
I'm saying that I'm a lover. I love love. I love relationships.
What she's saying is that the nigga broke up with her. That's what she's saying. She's saying it without saying it. He ended the relationship. It was not what I wanted to do, is what he wanted to do. Or, yeah, that's basically what she's saying. That's what I'm hearing her say.
This man proclaimed that he wanted to get with Angela Simmons. This man pursued you. He proclaimed it in front of everybody that he wants Angela Simmons. So you're not telling me that he ended. Did he end the relationship?
Hey, Angela Martinez is so good at how she asks these questions. I'm not calling her messy, but I am saying she's a very good question asker. She said, well, he just proclaimed he wanted you in front of the world, and all of a sudden it's like, don't tell me that. She's good. She's good. They probably have a really good relationship, these two women. So she's very good. Professional.
No, it was my choice. I had to make it.
First, she said it wasn't her choice. Now she's saying it was her choice. Baby, which one is it? She's being dishonest. He broke up with her. This is what it sounds like. Now, here's the thing. I'm also not talking a lot of shit about Angela Simmons, okay? Because she is a woman who follows the good girl principles, meaning she was with a man who she really, really, really wanted. And this is why she's talking about this. You can tell that she misses this man. You don't miss a man that you don't really like that much. A lot of women's problems are that they're with men that they do not like all that much. She really liked that man. She did not settle for a man who she didn't want to be with, who she didn't want to be seen in public with. So shout out to her for having the courage to really go after the man that she really wanted, right? But as we can see here, first she's saying that it's not by choice. Now she's saying it is by her choice. Baby, which one is it? Which one is it, baby? Because you're confusing me.
Decision, but I think there's a certain level of what I can share and would share publicly. You know what I mean? And I can publicly say that I'm not with him anymore. But as far as details, I would just never.
It's nice stuff.
Nah, I'm just not that girl.
I wouldn't share details if I fucked up and lost a nigga either. I just wouldn't. Because again, if it wasn't by your choice, then it was by his choice. That's just what that means. There's no third party who could break y'all up. Right. So let's just get into speculation. Here's what a couple of things. Either she said or did something repeatedly that he did not like. Right. She said or did something that he did not like. He said, stop that shit. She didn't stop that shit. Now she's single. Okay. That's one thing that could have happened. Second thing that could have happened is he could have got incredibly busy with business or whatever else was going on in his lifestyle. He's just like, look, baby, I don't have the time to give to you like you would really like to be given. So therefore, I think we need to just, cut this and, you go do your own thing. Right. But either way, it was not by her choice, right? And when she's saying things like there's things I will tell publicly and things I won't, we typically talk about that which we are proud of publicly. She is not proud of the fact that she's no longer with him, and she's not proud of what happened that led to them not being together. I can 100% guarantee you that she fucked up. I can guarantee you she did something that she regretted. Therefore, she does not want to share it. She just wants to say, hey, we're no longer together. But again, shout out to her, because it's better to have had love and lost than to never have had it at all. So she probably was with a man like Yo Gotti who she really liked for the first time in decades. And is like, damn, I fucked up. But that's how you learn. You learn through fucking up. You learn through making mistakes. So again, shout out to her.
To share that much more, like other than like, yeah, we're not together.
Yeah, and he's not really that type either. So
yeah, that's my vibe though. Like I said, like I could have probably been in and out of like 4 or 5 other relationships. People would have never known and got my feelings hurt or not or whatever, and I just wouldn't speak on it because some stuff is just better left unsaid. I feel like so I just leave things alone.
It's just that it was so public.
I know.
That's the hard part. Do you regret that in a way or no?
No.
Because now there's curiosity.
I know.
Now people want to know what happened.
I know.
But I understand that.
Look, I just again like much love and respect to him, and just like he's doing his thing. I'm happy for him.
Ran its course. Well, that season is past.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there heartbreak involved?
My feelings were involved.
Yeah.
Translation: yes, a bitch was heartbroken. I cried and it felt terrible, and I fucked up, and it was all my fault. This is the closest thing y'all gonna get to accountability from a woman.
Right. It is hard. I feel like for me in relationships, because I get really invested, and I'm like in. When I'm in love, I'm in love. Like, which means like I'm staying with you. But yeah, my feelings, it didn't feel good to not be with him.
What is that coming to an end unto you, or what have you learned about love? Or
I mean, you just never know.
What did you learn about love? I don't even know what that question means, but this is her asking, what did you learn from this situation? Let's see if she takes even a little bit of accountability. My guess is none. Let's see.
Love her. I love. And I've been in relationships where I think, this is it, we're getting married. And then I'm not married. So here I am. And then just life can be just really unpredictable, I think, often. And it's really hard for me, I would say, date too, because I feel like
zero accountability given. She said, I've been in relationships where I think this is the one, I'm getting married, and then no. Bitch, what happened? What happened? Why have you been in a series of relationships that you thought you were going to end up marrying, and then they're just all not together? What happened? Why do you keep leaving out the details, Angela? You know what you need, baby? You need some coaching. Hit the Kingmaker up. Let's get on live. Let's have a conversation. Let me give you some coaching, baby, because I really don't think you're a bad person. I think you're beautiful. I think you are a lover girl, and I think that you probably just don't have anyone in your corner really keeping it real with you. Maybe you're surrounded by yes men or yes women, or I think women are typically terrible friends. Like, a woman will see another woman fail and fall on her face, make the same mistake over and over and over again, and not give that woman any advice. Because she does not, because misery loves company, right? So Angela, hey, I want to give you an opportunity to get into the good girl game, baby. Hit your boy up. Let's do some coaching. Let's talk about it. It ain't even got to be live, but I think that accountability would serve you right here. I really do.
The woman that people watch, they fantasize who that is, and they don't know me. So then maybe, and I'm not speaking specifically on him, I'm saying in general, like, then you get in a relationship with me and you're like, oh, I thought you were like this. I'm like, bro, like, that was like 5 seconds of my life. Like, this is who I am. Right. You know what I mean? And not that that's a bad thing, but you can have a fantasy of what a girl is, like, and then like you get them and they're a bit different.
What is the fantasy of you?
I don't know. I might need to get a guy in here and interview him, because I have had a lot of guys that said like they, like, oh, I have a crush or I like you. And I'm just like, well, what does that mean? Yeah. Like, you know what I mean?
Based
like,
on what? What part?
You sure you like me? Yeah. Do you know? You know what I mean? But I think that's a hard part for me, is like growing up on TV from 17 and now is like, you think that's who I am, and who I really am is like this way versus that way or whatever.
I can see that. There's people who like fantasize about her or like her. They watched her on TV. I didn't watch her or her. I don't really like BET like that, if I'm being honest. But they watch her. They think that, okay, who I saw on TV, who when you were that age is who you are. And she's like, no, I'm a grown ass woman now. I've changed. I've grown. I've evolved. And so like, their idea of who she is kind of shattered, and they don't really like her because they don't know her. Of course you can't like her. Of course you don't know her. You ain't never met her. You've just seen her on TV.
It's an interesting, it's interesting.
No, totally.
It's different. I've never had, none of my friends deal with this type of mess. Like
Yeah.
you are, because you get to meet someone and that's who they are, and you have no prejudgment to it. You know what I mean? Like I'm kind of like automatically, you're Run's daughter, you don't see this, that, like it's just mad things that you think automatically come in and be like, nah.
That's not my life.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting? You were talking about how people had a fantasy of you.
Yeah.
Right? There was also like a level of fantasy put on this relationship.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? And it was, number one, the way he came at you, and then it actually happened, and then you're in the beautiful mansions with the dress and thing, and it's almost like there's expectations of the. I just wonder from the inside, tale, right? Did you feel like that too, or was that not how we perceived it? Did you perceive it that way?
I think everything has like what people see versus what it is, and we had a lot of great, beautiful like memories with like being together. I feel like so
this is getting boring. I'm a fast forward because I don't even know. Let's get to the next question from Angela. Okay, it's like a question.
Oh, I hate that for you.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. How do you deal with heartbreak? Because I always feel like people don't, like people talk about grief and trauma and loss, but like heartbreak is some real shit.
It's hard.
Like it can make people go to jail, just be depressed. Like it can ruin people's lives. Like
100%.
I just feel like it's an undervalued conversation of like how to come out on the other side of that.
Yeah.
But some people, they break up and they're fine and they're on to the next. Some people are.
I feel like they're not though.
Let's talk about this. One, they only care about heartbreak. Heartbreak is only heartbreaking when it's a woman who is being heartbroken, because niggas get their heart broke every day and no one gives a fuck. But the difference between someone, a woman typically, or even a man, really either one, who can like, end the relationship and go on and move to the next, the difference is they didn't really like that person that much. That's really all it comes down to. They did not like, they were the pursued, and the pursued has less emotions involved in any given relationship. Okay, so that's really what this is.
They're not dealing with their feelings.
I don't know. Really?
That's rough. I don't know.
There's some people that break up, they'll be married for 10 years and then they're dating somebody else 6 months later. That's not you.
No, they're locked in. I mean, like I think for me, heartbreak is leaning into my friends, leaning into what I like to do more. When you're in a relationship, you put everything into like the person and y'all or whatever you got going on, and then like. I don't know. There's so many different ways to deal with heartbreak.
Are you on the other side of that, or are you still in it?
I'm always healing. That's just like my motto. Like I just trying to get through everything. Yeah.
Oh, baby.
But I'm good.
Yeah, you seem good.
Yeah, I'm definitely good.
You don't seem like you're like curled up with ice cream.
Yeah. No, I don't.
All right, this is getting boring. They're divulging into girl talk, which is that has nothing to do with me. I have no interest in listening to girl talk. So this has been AD the Kingmaker. I want to know y'all's thoughts. Leave a comment below. If you're looking for a free community to join men where we can kind of come together, congregate, solve problems, become the best version of you, then click the link in my bio to join King's Corner. It's our free community. Now join the Patreon if you're looking for step-by-step how-to advice on how to become the best version of yourself and have easy, effortless relationships with women on your term. The link to that is in the bio. Lastly, if you're a guy who's doing very well, you're very well established, and you're looking for something serious, and you're trying to determine which of these women wants you for you and which of these bitches want you for me, okay? You need some help with that. I want you to click the link in the bio to go get my program, How to Find a Woman Who Wants You for You, Not Your Money. Lastly and not least, ladies, if you are tired of being passed around, if you're tired of being the Angela Simmons situation, you think you're going to get married, you think it's going to be this, and then it's not, okay? And you're looking for that commitment, I got a program for you too. The commitment blueprint, how to get the commitment you deserve. Link to all of these products are in the bio. In the description. Leave a comment, share this with somebody. Till next time, peace.